Hey y'all, your sculptor's back. If you didn't know, I had to take a week off from sculpting to heal myself because I've got so many exciting things going on with YouTube projects and the school, and I have not been taking care of myself like I should be. And I haven't been getting massages, nothing. With all the ick I'm clearing out of people, I really need to be doing that to myself every week. If I don't, I feel it. So we are healed. We did so much cupping, microcurrent, high frequency, taking NRF2, covering my body in castor oil, lots of infrared, near infrared and far infrared, PEMF, literally all the things. I don't have time to be sick. I don't have time to be down, you know? I'm on a mission from God. We got stuff to do. So we're back to sculpting. Thank goodness. So we're using the Ella Bardo Black Label Skin Polish. And I've mixed this with the Jade Aculift and some of the Ella Bardo Bright Eyes Creme. So this is a Tesla wand. Looks similar to a high frequency wand, but actually has a Tesla coil in it. So this is more like a plasma ray than a regular high frequency that you would get. I think everybody should have one. You can get them in my Amazon store. And this is one of the amazing tools that I use to help my neck and help my arm, so I could get back to being my best self for my clients. So this does help with skin tightening, but it also gets rid of the toxins in your face or your arm, like I was using it on. I did film a lot of that. We're putting it together in a YouTube video now, so you can kind of see. I was working on myself like every day. Because I don't have time to be sitting around hurting, like wondering, why am I hurting? We're just gonna keep doing stuff until I feel better. So we're getting rid of this little sinus congestion. Yes, sinus congestion can show up in your eyes. We actually have sinuses all over the face. And when they fill up with junk, and you don't get rid of it, it doesn't go away by itself, then our faces get bigger. And that's what causes eye bags, that's what causes double chins, that's what causes big chins and jowls. So what we do is get rid of the toxins from deep in the paralympathetic system. In the lymphatic system. The paralympathetic system is beneath the lymphatic system, so it's a little bit harder. So yes, of course, we also do this on the body. It's going to be a different technique for each. And I have a new student that started in LA. Oh my gosh, I know my Cali people have been wanting me to come out there, but I don't really like LA. So I'm going to have a new sculptor for you, for my California people. Here probably next week. She'll be ready to go. Also got a bunch of really cool stuff going on the YouTube. This Friday we're doing our episode 4 of Flux with Friends. Super excited. We're going to be talking to one of my beautiful clients about her gestational surrogacy. So gestational surrogacy is when boy and the girl, let's just say husband and wife to make it easy, because they are, and it's their embryo, and then they stick it in another oven. So they used her best friend's oven. There's so many questions I have about this. I wish we would have learned about all of this kind of stuff, back in basic health class in high school. So I just find it absolutely fascinating. Definitely put it on your calendars for this Friday on my Ella Bardo Instagram, Ella Bardo 1111. The Ella Bardo is still active, but I can't receive any messages there. I'm locked out. I can still post reels from one of my Facebook accounts, though. So that's why it might look like I'm active, but if you send me messages there, I can't get them. So make sure you're following Ella Bardo 1111 if you want to contact me there. Or the best way to contact me is just, shoot a text to the business number. It's on Google. Google Ella Bardo, the one and only. And just text that number. And that way you can always get to me, because I have quite a few different socials. And, I don't always see the messages all the time. So it doesn't mean that I'm ignoring you. I just might have not seen it. So that's the best way to reach me. Text the number on Google. Oh, I needed this so bad. Oh my gosh, I just had some of the best results ever on this lady. She's like 74. But I'm not allowed to use her pictures. It's heartbreaking. It's like exciting for them, but then also like, oh, I want to show the world my artwork. So we do take pictures of all of our clients, but you absolutely do not have to use those. Or I don't have to use those. So I would say 90% of my clients do not allow me to use their pictures. That is fine. We do have to take pictures because I'm an artist and I need to make sure that I'm doing my job right. And if I don't have a point of reference from where we started, then I have no idea what I'm doing, because you just keep looking younger so quickly after each time. And a lot of times I forget what my clients first look like until I put their, final before and after together. I'm like, what? I don't remember you looking like that. Which is good, right? But oh my gosh, we just turned back the hands on time on her. She's 74. And now she's looking like a solid 55 after only 3 sessions. I'm so pumped. So I still have a lot of buildup in my forehead. Imagine that from wearing that cheap piece of jewelry on my head for Zubilation. And all of that stuff. I mean, I was wearing it for literally like 13 hours in the hot, hot sun. I don't know if you went to Zubilation. Hello, my darlings. But, oh my gosh, so much of that stuff built up. It has been... I could write a whole dissertation on getting this stuff out of your forehead. Crazy, crazy. I swear, it's like the big sister, like, calling. God always wants me to go through these crazy challenges because he knows I'll figure it out. And I don't gatekeep. I'm going to figure it out the easiest way, the fastest way. And then I'm going to make a class and show you how to do it. Because all of this technology is so incredible. Like 10 years from now, like plastic, like most surgeries, it's gonna be like, ew, archaic. It's like what monkeys do, what? Because you can do so much more. Just like Monsieur Tesla says, with light, frequency, energy, vibration. And if you're new to learning any of this, and it's something you want to learn about, then today's your lucky day. And you definitely need to go over to my YouTube channel. Send any friends that you know that are interested in it. Over there, we're building a really great community. And I have so much good stuff coming up for you. It is shot. It is edited. It is loaded, scheduled, and ready to go. So make sure when you go follow Ella Bardo on YouTube, turn your notifications on too, because it's going to let you know about premieres, videos that are coming up, as well as when I post something that might be interesting for you to learn. I always get so much stress in my forehead, and I always get migraines that like to start right here. So anyway, you're going to have like pain. There's also going to be like toxic buildup. It's literally like plaque that gets stuck in between your tissues. So we are just detoxing the toxins from your tissues without killing anything. The more toxic our environment gets, the more detoxing we need, like every freaking day. And there's so many different ways to detox. I work with one of my physical therapist students that also does dry needling, and he was so kind to give me a book from Ma, which is like the acupuncture book. And then we were like playing with different points and stuff. And it's interesting because wherever I see, there's certain places on the face that always get like huge knots in them, right? And I'm like, what are those? So eventually I finally looked it up. And where these knots like to pull toxins to are these little holes that come out of our skull. Well, they're holes in our skull for nerves to come out of. And so anywhere those little nerve spots, there's one right here. Toxins just like to go to that little cluster of nerves and then build up. So around here, and oh man, let me tell you about these muscles right here. Okay, let's talk about wrinkles first. So what is a wrinkle? How does it happen? How does it form? So think about a wrinkle as hills and valleys, right? So you have the valley, just like if we do a bunch of crunches over and over and over again, then it's gonna create lines. The lines we like, well, just like if you keep making that face, it's gonna stick like that. That is absolutely true. And that's how we get lines on our face. So imagine we keep making this face over and over and over and over and over again. Certain muscles get very strong. The eyes here are a good example of that. The 11s, these keep doing too much. And when these are doing too much, these ones get lazy. So that's when you start to see the eyelid falling, because it's like, well, that's taking over, that's doing everything. Like, why do I need to do anything? So we have that muscle spasm over and over and over again. That's the valley. And then every time you're doing that, that valley is pulsing and pulling all of the toxins and creating hills. So I can actually feel where wrinkles are coming in on people. Like when I have people bring in their kids for like acne treatments, you know, as young as 12, I've been able to feel like where their muscle spasms are coming in. I can tell you exactly what their wrinkles would look like 20, 30 years from then, depending on how they take care of themselves. So those kids are lucky. Like some of them have been coming to see me since they're like 14, and now I've been seeing them in their 20s. And if you really nip it in the butt with the acne when they're young, we can fix it and it's not going to be a problem. Clean products, not too much acids, nothing too abrasive, like the Ella Bardo Black Label. And I like to mix a lot of other like natural stuff too. So I've got a lot of fun recipes over on my YouTube. We've got some for hair growth. We've got some for acne, all kinds of cool stuff. Sometimes it's like the simplest ingredients that really like do the most because they're clean. And a lot of times when you use stuff that's been overly put together, I'll say, then it can cause a lot more problems. That's been my experience, at least. Woo, I can already breathe better. That is amazing. And if you've used a regular high frequency one before, you're probably like, what are you doing? That's just for zit zapping. Oh my gosh, this can do so much more. Oh my goodness. I am gonna have like an at-home class coming up with the like a regular high frequency. Like I said, they're still good. You know, if you're not ready to spend $10,000 on a jade machine, there's little at-home ones. They're not gonna do the same as sculpting, but you know, this is stuff that you can be doing every single day to increase collagen and elastin. Everybody talks so much about collagen, which I love collagen. I drink bone broth. I take the True Science collagen. It's definitely the best one. It's the only one that actually activates your body to make its own collagen. So I love that one. I like bone marrow. I mean, you can't get too much collagen if you're over 20. And the further away you get from 20, the more you need it. And we start losing collagen when we're like 20. But what about elastin? We don't hear much about that. Unless you're in skincare, you might not even know what it is, right? So elastin is what gives your skin that quick snap back. So if my skin was loose, it didn't have a lot of elastin, it'd be like, so I can't even make it go slow because I've been doing this for 11 years. So we stay snatched around here. Also, elastin is so important. I have a lot of people who are doing that when they're preparing to get pregnant, because the more elastin that you have in your skin, the better your skin can stretch, the stronger it is, And then that's a great way to avoid stretch marks as well. You can't do any electric modalities while you are pregnant, but doing it before. I've got a lot of other clients who come in, we're getting all the cellulite out of their legs. Cellulite's not just an aesthetic thing, it's actually icky plaques, icky toxins that if you get rid of them early, you can avoid varicose veins. Why would this be important for somebody who's pregnant, or not pregnant, somebody who's trying to get pregnant? So they can have good circulation all through their body, so they can prevent further damage while they're pregnant. And, you know, then the baby's got good circulation too. We need mommy and baby to have good circulation, right? I always get a lot of buildup over this third eye too. I think my skin's trying to protect my third eye from the world sometimes. So back to the biomat, let's talk about that. You can buy these off of my website as well, under the My Favorite Things page. You can find the collagen on there. You can find my Amazon storefront over there. And the biomats. I always get the biomats with the PEMF. I have them on all 4 of my beds here at the spa. So infrared's gonna help to detox things that you don't normally sweat out in a normal sauna. It's gonna help detox things like heavy metals and microplastics. If you're doing stuff like this where we are literally detoxing your fat cells. So we don't remove any cells. That's something you would go to a doctor for, right? And that always doesn't look great. Sometimes a lot of times people get lipo from their stomach, and then they come in and their face gets fat and their arms get fat. It doesn't stop fat going in your body. It doesn't stop fat cells from getting bigger. It just changes where that fat is going to be placed. Because if there's less cells here, then it's going to go to the arms, the face, the neck, wherever else it can put that stuff. So you really have to be mindful if you do get surgeries like that. Of course, like, you want to come see me after that stuff so you can avoid fibrosis. It's just honestly way easier, and it's gonna get so much better results when you don't put scars on your body. You're not having to break that up. If you can avoid it, you know, sometimes surgery is necessary, but we love to avoid it. So back to the biomat. And then the other one, I always get the ones that also have the PEMF in that as well. So what is PEMF? So that is technology that was invented by NASA when they first sent astronauts up into space. They came down and they had all these horrible side effects. Horrible, like legs looking like elephants, like circulation problems. Go look it up. A ton of problems. Maybe if you're interested, let me know, and maybe I'll make a video on that later. So they had to create something, you know, and they were all dying early. Just all kinds of, we're supposed to be on Earth, guys. We're Earthlings in this body. You know, when we don't stay grounded, we don't work on being grounded, not just like mentally, but actually physically, like with the earth or with grounding technology. It's not good. It's really not good. So I like to sleep on the biomat sometimes. When I was like recovering my arm, I've been sleeping on my biomat PEMF mat like every single night. This is the jade combo, baby. The one and only. When we have classes on, the professional one. This one I do feel like is better for lymphatic. Dude, I literally spent like 3 hours on this arm. We fluxed it, we jaded it, we Tesla'd it, we infrareded it. We did all of the things, and now it's feeling great. Now we are going to move on to the jade microcurrent. Yeah, so the classes that I have coming with the high frequency, like the basic one, these are all at-home classes just to use at home. Like, you don't have to be a professional for them. So, but I really just feel like everybody should have access to this technology. They're not going to have the rife with it. With the rife frequencies really make a huge difference. That's what makes the jade so much different than any other microcurrent, because I can set it on different frequencies. It's not just increasing elastin by 48%, doubling the length of the elastin fibers, increasing collagen by 22%. Like that's no big deal. Which it is a big deal, but I can also put this on specific frequencies. Like right now, my last client, we had it on violet, which is getting rid of scarring and stuff. See See, I still have like one tiny spot of scar from the cheap jewelry crown fiasco from Zubilation. And we're doing Zubu. I don't know if you guys are coming to Zubu. It's not Zubu. Zubu's like all the time. If you've got kids, you should definitely go. We're doing Brofari on October 5th. Me and my team, I've got 8 amazing psychics. So come on over to Brofari, get yourself a reading. It's free with your ticket. We're gonna be inside the Dolphin Pavilion. And if you just want to go to the zoo and hang out with us beforehand, we're going to be going there early, playing dress up, of course, and making some videos, making some content while we're there. See how I always build up so much over this eye. I don't know if you can hear it. It's like click, click, click as that's breaking up. But this is what keeps the lines away. Or disappears the lines. We can totally disappear lines with this. Say I've got a client that has like a lot of stress and anxiety and they've got a ton of like wrinkles up here. Sometimes I'll tape my face down then too, so I'm not making that face. If you don't make that face, then it won't stick like that, right? As much as Botox sometimes seems tempting, usually only when like I'm staring at the sun with some friends, right? And then like usually in Miami, and then they always have Botox, right? And I'll be the only one like this. And I'm like, dang it. But I don't know. Something about putting botulism near my third eye, it just doesn't sound like a good plan for me. I have a lot of clients it works out with, you know what I mean? They'll come see me a couple times and then right before they get Botox, we just smooth everything out. Some clients work better with Dysport, some clients work better with Xeomin. The cool thing is if they do have issues with it, I have had a client whose whole face froze. She does great on Xeomin, Botox okay, but she had Dysport for the first time up here and her whole freaking face froze. Like even her sinuses were like filled up with stuff because it was like nothing was working. Her jaw, it was crazy. Usually people who have Dysport, they don't have as many problems with it. Most people, if they have problems, it's usually with Botox. You know, there's a first for everything. I feel like my body does not work well with any kind of fake chemicals or medications. My body likes stuff from, you know, plants and God and stuff. Don't get me wrong, sometimes you do need like surgery, like I said. When I saw like my x-rays and I saw my teeth are relatively straight, like I've never had braces or anything, and these wisdom teeth were going this way, I was like, oh my gosh! I was like 17. Take that out right now. I'm about to lose my insurance. Alright guys, well it's been fun. I'm gonna move this over to TikTok. Thanks for hanging out with me. This is like the most people I've had on the Facebook Live. Usually TikTok's popping. And make sure to set your calendar for this Friday for Flux with Friends, episode 4. And if you missed any of these, I am going to be posting these. The first episode is going to go live, scheduled to go live October 4th. And then every 2 weeks after that, so every Friday. Friday, yeah. I wanted to make sure that we had plenty filmed. We always film them live on Instagram first. Instagram, Ella Bardo 1111. And you can even go see the full things if you like go look through my Instagram. But how we've edited it makes it way more digestible, and we've included pictures and commentary, and you know, it's a lot easier and more fun for, I know, my neurodivergent brain to watch. So to me this does not hurt at all. This kind of feels, I like deep tissue. You know, cupping definitely hurts worse, but your first couple times can hurt because this stuff is built up over your entire life. And we're breaking up large, hard chunks and turning it into gravel. And then moving it out of the face. So, if you've been running into me lately and you're like, man, she been looking dusty. Baby, I haven't been taking care of myself.